It's a great pleasure to be here with everyone, especially Singapore Press Holding to be hosting us. It's really an honor to be here. Here we'll be presenting two things actually. First of all, we'll talk about who we really are, what we do, how do we do it, and why do we do it. And I will finish it with what we hope that things are going to happen in the future, like how are we going to achieve it, and our long-term process as well, like where are we going to embark further. And the next coming session will be, we're going to have another presentation about things that we have done, and another identification of who we are, of the next of the at a smaller view, because we have two representations actually. Hope I make it clear. We have two representations. First of all is we came here as Oasis, and after this there will be another slide of another presentation to show about our past projects and what we presented for. Hope I make it clear for you guys. Now, we're going to talk about Omarian Aspirational International Scenery. And this is us anyway, Oasis. Oasis is the first mobility project developed under the auspices of the Day05 Residential College. Here's how it works. We are here, not that we are, accommodation of a class of students came from different colleges, because in the National University of Malaysia, we have 12 colleges, and we came here. We represented one college, and we are called the College of Komar, but it's on our left side of our t-shirt. You guys can show it. Like we are called the College of Komar students, and we call ourselves Omarians. That's why it started with Omarians. So I will make it clear to you guys. Next is, we came here solely because we think that it's an opportunity by here. We came here for three things. Three things actually. Number one is opportunity. Number two is affordability. And number three is, the last but not least, is the learning process. Number one, when we talk about opportunity, we talk about things that always remain available, but never be seen so far. It's really close by, but people tend to ignore it. For instance, the very simplest of them all, and when first thing we arrived in Singapore, I asked for my students here, the delegates here, what are the things, we came here by bus especially, we came here by bus, I asked them, so what do you see on the road? What do you see on the road? And they said, I see cars. Okay, of course you see cars. What kind of cars? Sizes of the cars. What does that define you? You see the road, it's big, it's clean. What does that define you? You see the environment itself. It is green, but at some point it's not clean. What does that define you? So, what does that mean? It means everything surrounds you. I mean, the surrounding itself it gives you the opportunity, the privilege for you to learn. And I do hope that us coming here, that especially for SPH, we're gonna learn so many things. And just now, we went inside the archive. I have to say, I bluntly saying that so far, like the best of the best place that I've ever been. Because, I don't know, that's how I set my expectation by you. That's why, how we set our own expectation. Whenever we go to a certain place, we tend to be, very, very, how do you say, curiosity. When you say that you are like overly curious of something, that's how we define us. That's why I, Muhammad Rauf, as the founder of Oasis, I founded this organization under the name of the college, under the name of the university, and us, we are like staying in one residential college in the National University of Malaysia. I provided this kind of opportunity for them, this platform itself, for them to internationalize themselves, which is very big actually. To internationalize yourself requires so many things. They have to sacrifice many things. They have to take things listed down of what's going to happen, or what may happen, what they have to avoid things that might happen. So here we are now. We came here, like if you can see right now, all of us are students. We don't even have any form of, we have assistance. It's just that trying to prove to the administration that we can embark on our own. The journey itself is quite challenging actually, because us being here, we manage the whole thing, find accommodation, food, transportation, everything. It was so far so good. So what does that mean? It comes to the second level of my presentation. What I'm going to talk about is affordability. When we talk about affordability, is the idea of, because we came here, not every single one of us is capable, like we are not well-funded people actually. Me, myself, my dad is a pensioner. My mom, she does not work, right? She's just a housewife. And in fact, most of them, they're not from, like I said just now. What does that mean? It means us, it also gives us the higher level of the explanation itself. It means that us are like, a group of very high-spirited and very passionate, with fiery dreams of ours to go for more. Right? We know the fact that we don't even have money in the wallet, so that later on I'll explain how we do the project actually. So it shows that this is the second level of this program. It gives them the idea that everything is achievable. You don't have to think that, many of us have, it's a norm actually, it's a norm in Malaysia for the students, like they tend to be feed off with these negative feeds, with all this, how should I say it? Because they live what older people say, and they will always keep at it. When they say, when the older one says, so you guys cannot do this, we'll never do this, right? They tend to believe that. So, as I say, the narrative of it is wrong. So that's why we're here, to defy everything. It's not that it sounds big, actually. It sounds too overly exaggerated, but there's a main idea. Because we tend to think outside of the scale, the scope itself. So just by having the affordability, it shows them that, generally speaking, so far, whatever we have achieved, everything is achievable to them. And we try to prove to ourselves that there's no limit. Sky has no limits for us. Next, we'll talk about last but not least, the learning process. Like coming all the way, we try to venture to many places as we can to have this idea of cross-field study. Try to check because me myself, I'm doing chemistry. I'm very interested in doing journalism and writing, but it's just that luck's not on my side, so I'm doing science now. But truth to be told, I am so interested in doing journalism, and many of them maybe now already have the interest of starting to write. Maybe try to do journalism, try to be a very decent photographer. So this concept of cross-field studying is something that is very unique and special, whereby a chemist, the idea of being a chemist does not define you to not be a journalist. The idea of being a chemist does not